Right.
this game. But could you please tell us your name and what did you do today?
So my name is Isaac, and what I did today was that I won the open singles that was from ICHA, hosted by Paul Williams, and I came in first place. And it was a really hard match, you know what I mean? But it was a match that I really wanted to take because I had, I would say 2 years, or in 2019, I believe, came in second. So for this year, 2021, I really wanted to, take this. I really wanted to win this tournament. All the players are great, and I just love the community. I love just the vibes and everything, and it's just a great, well done tournament, and I just really love everything that Paul Williams is doing right now. So yeah.
What was the results last year?
Last year was really good though. I won the Bs, and then last year I came in second in the Opens. So it was. I feel like it was a lot of stronger players last year. Well, not last year, the 2019, but this year some pretty good players as well. So I'm just hoping to take the win.
Yeah. How does it feel to win the tournament?
It feels, it's a rush, where you're close. So you gotta push to win, you know what I mean? You have to, you gotta earn it, you can't just think it's gonna be given to you. You gotta earn it and take, everything that you've learned and put it on the court, you know what I mean? And all of those things that you've learned, you start to see your results and fruits of your labors. And once you're doing good and you're feeling great and you're putting your shots in there, then you just know, it's just when you get on the court and you're doing really well and your shots are coming out, you just know, and you know that you're close to that finish line, and you keep pursuing until you win.
How many years are you doing this game?
It's been like wow. Right now I'm 23, so I'm still young, but I would say right now is like my peak, like my peak time. Like it's like I'm really doing really well. I placed third in an open singles. I just won the open singles just now. I won a B tournament, two B tournaments. It's like right now I'm the topic of conversation, and I'm not taking it as to be like, oh, I'm better than anybody. You know what I mean? I'm just taking it as like I'm training and pushing hard, and I'm seeing the fruits of my labors. So I would say maybe around probably maybe like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 or 10 years possibly really nice. Playing. And I think the 2 years is like those two competitive times and years that's really been elevating my game. So those 2 years have been like that elevation of where my game is really stepped up, and it's really putting all of that strength and fruits of my labors on the court. So yeah.
And would you give us some advice for like young players or beginners?
For any young players that are coming up and everything, just don't give up. Don't give up on what you believe in. Don't give up on something that you feel like you love. You know what I mean? Because this sport to me is, it's kept me out of the streets. It's kept me out of doing bad things. And I thank this sport for making me who I am as a person and meeting different people and just the community and just how far the sport's been going. To me, I feel like this sport has really really taken a lot of people, a lot of kids out of bad situations and put their emotions on the court, and I feel like that's what really creates a bond between each individual player when they play on the court. When they're not playing on the court, it really gives them that that bond and that love, and that competitive nature to be the best that they can be. So when we grow up, we can be like, wow, this is what we did. This is like an accomplishment that we did, you know what I mean? And we can tell our kids that. So for any other young players that are out there, don't give up. Continue to keep playing. Continue to pursue your goals and whatever it is, even if it's not handball, you know what I mean? Keep pursuing, because just like winning a tournament, you want to also win in life. So you want to be able to earn, you want to earn it. So, continue to keep playing and don't give up, and that's how you win.
And one of the questions is like, do you have any ideas like how do you bring the younger generation in the sport? As you say, you take it off the street and you help it out, and all of that. Like how do you bring the next generation and keep it rolling? So the courts are not empty.
I think it's just when you see like younger kids like watching us good players play, you know, I think it's always good to try to take them in and be like, hey, do you want to try this out? Especially if they seem interested. Maybe they might want to play. Maybe they might want to, you know, they feel like, this is an interesting sport. Maybe I want to come on the court and play. You know what I mean? And, you know, you show them the positivities of the sport. And there's always going to be pros and the cons. But I feel like it's always good to, like, you know, especially when they're interested, show them the pros, you know, of the sport. Show them, you know, just how fun the sport can be, how it can keep you in shape, you know, how it can bring you, you know, new friends and new people, you know. And I think, you know, showing the younger ones the sport, you know, it really gets them to do something outside of just being at home. You know what I mean? Like, I like being at home, maybe playing video games or whatever, but like, you know, handball on a nice day like this, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be outside? You know what I mean? So this is a good way to bring some kids that just maybe they have insecurities and maybe they're not so used to being outside and social. The sport can give them that you know, that little something to, you know, help their insecurities, you know, instead of being in the house or being afraid to come out. So yeah.
And if you have more time, what is your like best inspiration in players? Like, who is your best player that you looked up to, and who do you want to take on now?
I don't know. I think, you know, there's a lot of good players. I just want to be the best me, you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
And continue to elevate myself so then people could also be like, wow, I want to be kind of like Isaac and play like him and keep in shape like him, you know what I mean? So, you know, the goal is to, in my opinion, is to work on myself to be better, because I know I have it, I know I've got it, and I know that I can win and be the best that I can be, you know. And if I lose, then, you know, I take my loss humbly, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, it's a sport, you know what I mean? And, you know, you got to take your losses in order to understand your wins. So, you know, to me, I feel like, you know, you got to be the best you and work on the best you so you can, you know, elevate to the best you can be.
Well, I want to ask you, so please keep inspiring people, and best of luck to you, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.